Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX India A-List. In our endeavour to bring forth the stories of some of India's finest and brightest, today we have put together yet another unmissable lineup of India's who's who. Our first guests for the day are prolific actors Farhan Akhtar, Paresh Rawal, Mrinal Thakur and filmmaker Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra. Farhan Akhtar, Paresh Rawal and Mrinal Thakur starring in a new film directed by Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra, Toofan, releasing soon on Amazon Prime. Listen in.
Best known for their prolific Bollywood performances.
At the heart of it is, it's about acceptance of each other. It's about not judging people for labels that you may associate with them.
The four actors have worked together in a film.
आत्मा की, मन की, दिलो दिमाग की कहानी थी, तो मुझे लगा इसके एक करनी ही चाहिए, इस फिल्म का होना बहुत जरूरी है.
Toofan is recently releasing on Amazon Prime.
Toofan is a film and I'm really overwhelmed and blessed to be a part of such a brilliant film.
A sports drama directed by Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra.
All we want to share is love through this film and relationships.
NewsX India A-List proudly recognizes Farhan Akhtar, Paresh Rawal, Mrinal Thakur and Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra for excellence in entertainment.
Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on this special interview as part of our NewsX A-List series. We are in conversation today with Team Toofan. Yes, the team of the film that's all set to unleash a storm on Amazon Prime this July. We've been waiting for it for a very long time, and now finally it's all set. They're all ready with the film finally, and we're all ready to see it. The teaser and the trailer have already evoked a very positive emotion amongst people across the country. And welcome all of you. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Good to see you. Itne paas, magar fir bhi bahut dur. Farhan, let me begin with you first. Congratulations on the teaser and the trailer. Really loved it personally. What drew you to the story? What made you come on board Toofan? Of course, you worked with Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra before. You know, you've done a fantastic film, an award-winning film with him before. But what drew you to Toofan?
To start with, which is, I mean, it is a message in the film that will reveal itself when you watch the film. At the heart of it is, it's about acceptance of each other. It's about not judging people for labels that you may associate with them, for recognizing a person, loving them or disliking them based on character as opposed to anything else. So there's many different things in the film apart from the boxing. Boxing is the backdrop against which it is set. But to me, the message of the film was something that was very was exciting. And we needed to, I mean, the first thing that I could think of was like, who is the person I can speak to, you know, regarding this thought or this idea, who would be able to realize it in a way that one would hope that it could be. And I just reached out to Rakesh and I said, please hear this. And if you're interested, let's do it together. And I'm really, really glad that he got into it.
Yeah, okay. Well, Pareshji, you know, what's your story? When they came to you with the script, इस किरदार में ऐसा क्या था, इस कहानी में ऐसी क्या खास थी, क्योंकि आप बहुत ही खास काम करते हैं और उसकी हमेशा प्रशंसा जरूर होती है, मगर तूफान में ऐसा क्या था और इस रोल में ऐसा क्या था जिसको आप जिसकी वजह से आपने हाँ कहा?
मैंने कहानी सुनी उसके पहले तो I wanted to work with Rakesh ji. I wanted to work with Farhan bhai and his company. कभी बहुत अच्छा एक्सेल वाले बहुत अच्छा काम करते तो मुझे जुड़ना था उनके साथ. बाद में जब मैंने कहानी सुनी तो मुझे ये लगा कि ये कुछ कहानी ऐसी होती जो बनाते हैं और कुछ कहानी ऐसी होती जो आप रिलीज करते हैं. तो ये आत्मा की, मन की, दिलो दिमाग की कहानी थी, तो मुझे लगा इसके एक करनी ही चाहिए, इस फिल्म का होना बहुत जरूरी है. और जब ऐसे लोगों के साथ आप काम करते हैं तो आपको लगता है कि आप अच्छी तरह से काम तो कर पाएंगे, लेकिन साथों साथ आप एक बेहतर इंसान बन के भी बाहर निकलेंगे. आई थिंक मुझे लगता है फिल्म का टेक अवे ये है कि अब बेटर ह्यूमन बीइंग बन के बाहर निकलो, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. ये मेरा टेक है.
क्या आपको ये भी लगता है राकेश जी, you know, you of course are the captain of the ship, you know, you've done a very successful sports film in the past with Farhan. but इस फिल्म में संदेश भी काफी है. इस फिल्म में there's a lesson there as well. Rakesh ji, what do you believe is the USP of Tufan, if I were to ask you?
It's, USP is a very, it's a very product kind of a definition word. What is the unique selling proposition? How can you sell emotions? I would say the unique sharing proposition.
Okay.
Let's re-term USP. All we want to share is love through this film and relationships. There are so many wounds in the society today and all over the world, and we are going through a very difficult time. Instead of scratching the wounds, if one can apply a soothing balm over it, heal. This film heals you. All characters in this film are broken and they fix each other. That's the beauty of it. So when you see these characters, when you see Farhan's character, Paresh's character, Mrinal's character, they're all carrying very deep wounds. But how they resolve that, how they each other resolve it for each other also. How they come together, how they fall apart, how they come together again, is a process of healing.
Okay.
For me, that was the most important thing. In fact, when Farhan called me, as he told you earlier, and I heard the story idea and the thought, and it was like 20 minutes. And I said, Farhan, we must do it. It got a voice. It's got an expression. It's got something to say, and there's a lot of potential. It was a nascent thought at that time, but we said we can develop it and take it further. And it was extremely fortunate that as more and more co-conspirators joined in and realized the dream. Yeah.
And shared in the film and its emotions, as you said, the USP is the sharing proposition. Okay. Well, before I go to Mrinal, another quick question for you, Rakesh. I read somewhere that you were quoted as saying that Tufan is a mix of Rang De Basanti and Bhaag Milkha Bhaag. Why do you say that?
No, I think that's misquoted. I like to correct that quote, and through your platform, I said, if I were to put together Rang De Basanti and Bhaag Milkha Bhaag, is equal to Tufan for me, because I feel I've come out much more enriched as a human being, not just as a technician, as a director, in my profession, but as an overall human being. I've come out much more enriched. Then I came out of Rang De and Bhaag Milkha Bhaag.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful to share, to keep finding that, to keep reinventing yourself, and to grow in life.
Okay.
So you can never stop growing. Yeah.
Yeah. Mrinal, your character is very special, and the bond that you share with Farhan's character is very important in his journey in the film. Of course, we see that in the trailer, and he spoke about that at the launch as well. What was special about this character? That appealed to you, and any similarities between the real Mrinal Thakur and your character, Dr. Pooja, in the film?
I have adapted those qualities from her, if I may say so. Okay. She's and trust me, Ananya is a very special person, very close to my heart. I have evolved with her. I think I've become more passionate, and I also, there is this leadership quality in her. She likes to lead it, especially to those people who are a little distracted, who don't know what they're capable of. So she's this, and I feel as Mrinal also, I resonated with the character so much. When I read the script, and when I was on set with, having Rakesh sir and Farhan and Paresh ji around me, I felt it just elevated the performances, and I felt I was feeling the character more than I was acting. What was beautiful was the journey, to be able to work with the most, I'm his biggest fan. I love him. I love his work. And I did manifest to work with him, and finally I get to work with Rakesh sir.
I was going to ask you that. Was it like film school? You've got Paresh Rawal, Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra, and Farhan Akhtar.
Exactly. No matter how much I learned in school or acting school, it wasn't enough, because what I actually learned, I learned about life. I learned about how to deal with those problems, Ananya may be strong, but Mrunal wasn't. There were times where I did get confidence from Farhan. I did get confidence from Pareshji. And the beauty about this film was we never really rehearsed those lines and stuff. What we did was we had conversations before we did the scenes. We like Rakesh sir helped me to connect those scenes, those incidences, those circumstances with my personal life. And when I was performing, I felt like I could get like flashes and memories from all those incidences that happened in the past. So I think Toofan is a film, and I'm really overwhelmed and blessed to be a part of such a brilliant film. I am so motivated after doing this film, because I was not into fitness.
Yeah.
Farhan, when I would see him perform, when I would see him train, it ignited.
Fitness ki definition.
He's an inspiration.
From Bhag Milkha to now, really, Farhan. And
thank you.
to my interview then as well, I asked you, were you at your fittest best before Bhag Milkha? I was just, looking at that interview the other day when Milkha ji passed away. And you said, yes, I am at my fittest best then, but I think you're at your fittest best today. This film. But Farhan, for you, this film is very, very special, as you were saying earlier, and I heard you as well, that you believe that, it's about busting the myths of being judgmental, judging a person by its cover. Why do you believe, Farhan, that comes out in this story?
See, these things are also the joy of discovery. When you watch a film, you don't want to dissect it down to such a fine extent that there's nothing to be felt anymore when you watch it, and you don't want to tell people how to feel. So it's important that they feel it. This is what I felt when eventually the story came together, the script came together, and when we started working on it. This is the feeling that's what stayed with me, and I hope people will feel that same way. But everyone's going to take what they have to, from a film. It's so subjective. Where you sit in a theater, or you sit next to each other and on your couch and you watch a film, two people have two completely different reactions to exactly the same experience. So I don't want to tell somebody how to feel. I can just tell you what I felt, and that's really about it.
Okay, last question. Before we wrap up, Pareshji, you're of course Farhan's coach in this film. Everyone respects you in real life. आपके coach कौन रहे हैं in real life, if I were to ask you?
मेरे कोच बहुत सारे हैं जिंदगी में. जो अच्छा परफॉर्म करते हैं उनसे मैं सीखने की कोशिश करता हूं, और जो नहीं करते उनसे भी सीखने की कोशिश करता हूं कि क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. तो मेरे कोच बहुत सारे, और ऐसा ही होता है. अगर आप जिंदगी बस स्टूडेंट बन के रहो तो ये फायदा होता है, और कुछ.
सही बात है. जिंदगी should be continuous learning, as Mrunal was saying. It was like going back to film school. Concluding message then to Farhan. We spoke about Milkha ji. I'd just like you to share a line with us. Very emotional, of course, and that day was, everyone was talking about you as well, because you acted as him in a film. I still remember at IFA in Tampa before it. I was there. How emotional he got when the film was celebrated and felicitated. When that happened that day, what was the first thought that crossed your mind, Farhan, and how would you remember him by? I think we would like to know that from you.
Initially, of course, it was of disbelief when I first got to know. But I think his legacy speaks for itself. The reason that Rakesh chose to make a film on him was not that he be remembered through my performance. It's because of who he is. And whatever he did, whatever he achieved in life was with absolute belief in his ability and belief in himself. And fighting against the hardest of odds. He had one of the worst starts that anyone could ever ask for. You wouldn't wish that on your enemy, is what he had. But to rise above that, to create a name for himself, an identity for himself, and to somehow replace anger and hate with love, and with respect and with understanding. That to me is a phenomenal achievement. It eclipses anything else that he's done in his life. And that's what he'll be remembered for. He was a larger than life person. and his shadow is a large shadow. We were fortunate to have played under it for a while, but that's what he is. He was just a giant personality.
Well, I'm sure he's showering his blessings on you all from up above. But thank you all so much for joining us, Studio News X, and wishing you all the very best for Tufan. Let's hope finally. I know it's been a tough, few months for you because it was out of your hands, the release date. But here's wishing that once it releases on July 16th, it creates a huge storm on Amazon Prime.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And our next guest for the day is founder and CEO of Fuel a Dream, Ranganath Thota. Running a unique crowdfunding platform, he is focusing on making a social impact and bringing new ideas to life. Listen in.
Leading a crowdfunding platform.
The objective in my mind was to try and build something which could help over 1 million people. And the only way you could do it is through this concept called crowdfunding.
He focuses on funding social causes, products, and creative ideas.
Crowdfunding is the act of a large number of people, which is the crowd, coming together to fund something that they believe in.
Music India A-List proudly recognizes Ranganath Thota for excellence in social entrepreneurship.
Hello and welcome. You're joining us on NewsX India A-List. With us today is a very special guest. We have Ranganath Thota with us on the broadcast. He's the founder and CEO of a unique crowdfunding platform called Fuel a Dream. Firstly, Ranganath, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast and on the show.
Namaste, Parinidhi, and my pleasure to be here.
All right. So if I could just firstly, start by asking you, you were in the media space, right? We were discussing this a couple of days ago. And from there, now you have started a venture of your own. It's a crowdfunding platform and indeed extremely successful. Tell us, Ranganath, why the switch?
So I used to be in the corporate world for close to about 30 years, worked across consumer products, worked across media, worked in India, worked in China, worked in Southeast Asia. And about 6 years back, I realized I was making a lot of money and it wasn't as gratifying as I thought it should be. And I did a quick relook. I realized that, helping others possibly was more gratifying and satisfying and meaningful. So about 6 years back, I actually literally sold everything I owned and decided to, start this crowdfunding platform. Because the objective in my mind was to try and build something which could help over 1 million people. And the only way you could do it is through this concept called crowdfunding. And I read about it for about half an hour, discovered what it is, and decided this is the way we should do it. So about 6 years back, I moved to Bangalore and started the platform. So that's been the shock.
Can you tell us a little about how Fuel a Dream operates and what do you think sets you apart from your competitors?
Yeah. So crowdfunding is the act of a large number of people, which is the crowd, coming together to fund something that they believe in. They could fund anything from an idea to an innovation to a creative product to social impact, and social initiatives. What we discovered is that first thing is when people fund innovations, creative ideas, the overwhelming, emotion is passion. They're passionate about something and that's why they support. Similarly, when they fund a social initiative or they help someone in need, then the emotion is compassion. So you have compassion at one end and you have passion at one end. But a lot of times the people are the same. So we could, for example, fund the education of the child and at the same time fund something cool like an electric bike. So the first thing we did is we are the only platform in the world which actually does both. That's the first thing. So people get an experience where on compassionate grounds, they can actually support someone. On passionate grounds, they can actually fund, a beautiful idea or a creative idea. Like, for example, this is a smart wallet with a chip in it, connects to the phone. If you lose your wallet, you can actually call it with your phone. And if you lose your phone, you can call it with the wallet. Wow. And you can actually use the phone camera and take pictures using the wallet.
So is this a campaign that you had run on Fuel a Dream?
Yes, very successful campaign. Did it 4 years back. So this obviously is funded out of passion. There's no compassion involved here. But the same person says, okay, now let me help people with cataract surgeries. Let me help them with education. So that's where compassion comes. So the experience for funders on the platform is extremely gratifying because they get a high because of compassion. They also get a high because of passion. So that's the first thing that we noticed and we did different. And that's what makes us unique. The second thing is, you look at crowdfunding, one of the interesting things about crowdfunding is the whole act of giving. When people give funds, that is something most of us don't understand. We don't understand how our brothers, sisters, best friends give. Their giving behavior is something we don't understand. So on social media, we talk about the food we eat, the holidays we take, the pictures we like, but we never talk about giving. So it's never understood. And there's a huge science and consumer behavior which is involved in giving, which is very, very unique and different. And a lot of times when I say science, people say, is it like physics, chemistry? What is different about it? Yeah. So the question I ask them, for example, in India is, why do 80% of Indian women and girls have their first names ending with AEI? And people are very perplexed, saying, what? And I said, look, there's a huge science to why 80% of Indian women and girls, including if you look at your name, Paridhi.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, my name ends with I, yeah.
So there's a science to it. And if you don't understand it, it's very complicated to say, seriously, I didn't know this. Similarly, crowdfunding, is a science, and there are 4 key elements which go into it.
Okay.
So it's like a dining table with 4 legs. If even one leg is wobbly, it's not a great dining experience. Similarly, crowdfunding has these 4 legs, which is storytelling, technology, consumer behavior, and most important, communication. So what happens is, unless you learn about it and are aware about it, you can't do a perfect crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah.
So the other unique thing we do as a platform is we actually teach crowdfunding to large number of people. So these could be fundraisers who are corporate people, they could be students, they could be groups of people like Rotary clubs. And, we work with some of the finest NGOs in the country. So that's the second.
Ranga, in fact, sorry to interrupt you, but we've been talking for a while now, right? And I understand that you have a very personal relationship when it comes to the people that have, crowdfunding, that have crowdfunding, what are they called? Campaigns, right? You have a very personal relationship with them. How does that work? How do you build that rapport?
So what happens is, usually when people want to crowdfund something, as I said, 9 out of 10 people really don't know how to go about it. The intention is good. They want to help, whether it is an NGO, whether it's an individual, anyone. So they need a lot of hand-holding, which is where me and my team get involved, and we actually support them with everything. So right from the story to the approach to the strategy to how about doing it, we get involved. The other important thing about crowdfunding is raising funds is one part of it.
Yeah.
The other responsibility which a platform has, both ethically and morally, is also understanding whether, one, this is a feasible project. Second, will money be spent the correct way? So there is an element of due diligence which needs to be done. So that's the other reason we get involved, because we want to understand, what the project is all about, and we want to make sure. So a lot of times people come to us with great projects, but what they don't realize is, if they raise 5 times the amount that they were planning to, they actually cannot execute. They don't have the capability. So we actually help with that. So unlike other platforms where you can start a campaign in an hour or maybe even 15 minutes, with us, it takes at least 2 days.
And what is your success rate like? How many campaigns have reached their goal amount?
So great question. So typically the success rate is about 70%. Right? And the campaigns that don't work well simply because the person doing it, they don't manage it well. That's the only reason. It's not like the story is not good. That's taken care of. And the beauty about crowdfunding is, it's like the movie business in a certain way. Movies launch on Friday, and by Monday, you know whether it's a hit or a flop. Yeah. Same thing happens with crowdfunding. Typically, the first 96 hours are a litmus test, and they tell you whether it's going to do well or not. So if you launch it the right way, and the first 96 hours, you put in the right amount of efforts, you usually get past your goal very, very, very quickly.
All right. This has in fact been a very, very interesting conversation, Rangana. Thank you so much for joining us on NewsX India A-List, and more power to you and more power to Fuel a Dream.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste and the very best. Thanks.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.